when I've noticed this hero being picked up, usually what happens is he snowballs really hard and he ends up just destroying people across the game. But then if the game goes late enough, he can kind of fall off, I think, a little bit. I think he has that issue, especially if you don't buy BKB or Radiance or something.
Yeah, I think his. I don't know how long this has been like this, but you can Blood Rage through BKB. So when the enemy has like Lincoln's BKB, this is usually the counter to things like Lasso, right? But Bloodseeker always has the way to just get through that.
Which is
He can
interesting.
break it himself,
Yeah.
yeah. But alright, we have Bloodseeker and they picked Batrider into it. So this tells me they want to lane the Batrider +1 against the Bloodseeker because in the actual game, Bloodseeker destroys Batrider, you rupture the bat, and even when he gets Lasso off, he kills himself 4-staffing away. Like, he actually dies to it.
Yep. Because he's pretty
And
squishy,
Bloodseeker,
too.
of course, he builds Blade Mill, so you just rupture the Batrider, then you run through the fire straight at him, and you'll kill him.
It's so funny when it happens, too.
Yeah, it is.
Batrider just, like, flying away. Oh, God. I'm
Yep.
dying. It's pretty funny, but what about in terms of the lane? If it's Batrider +1 against Bloodseeker, does Batrider do well there? Does Bloodseeker? I would imagine Bloodseeker can heal through some of the damage with Blood Rage, but I think Batrider probably has a pretty good time. I would assume.
Yeah, Batrider is one of these heroes that he doesn't harass you, right? He just kills you from full HP with sticky napalm stacks. So unless they have a way to actually get around that, like a Bane sleep, for example, there's not much they can do. But Bane, fantastic with Bloodseeker. You sleep them into the Blood Riot, and they take a stupid amount of damage.
That's a good combination that you forget about sometimes. You know.
Yep. It's pure damage, so it does a ton of damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the brain sap on top of it. Yeah, that sounds pretty good to be honest. Well, we'll see what they pick last. I think both teams need a mid at this point, so they're saving it for their last pick. I don't really know what complements Bloodseeker.
Yeah, Bloodseeker might even be mid to avoid the Batrider matchup.
That's true. That could happen. He's also fine mid. Like, you're not going to kill anybody until level 6 at least.
Right.
I think, I actually think Bloodseeker can do fine mid because he could just farm. Like, I don't think he dies usually unless it's a really bad matchup. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. Lina for Evos.
Lina, okay. Lots of magic damage to actually kill Bloodseeker if he ever amps himself. Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, I think...
That's also a hero that... so Lina doesn't like getting run at, right? But when you have a hero like Lycan and Batrider to go in first for you, so you can actually see everything in the fight, then you can attack things from long range, Lina actually plays out like Sniper in team fights, besides the fact that she can kill people. But she wants to sit in the back and not have anyone run at her.
Yeah, it's true. But Bloodseeker can accomplish that. Bloodseeker Nightstalker can both do that in this game, but you know, Bloodseeker will be susceptible to getting killed a lot early game. Although, he is a blade mail builder, correct? So Lina could kill herself theoretically.
Yep, that is true. All right, so if Bloodseeker's mid against Lina, there's tons of kill pressure with either Disruptor or Sand Doesn't really matter who comes, just because Lina has so much damage, and Bloodseeker's a melee hero, so you might be able to even set it up with the LSA. And then if you have Bloodseeker in the safe lane, then all of a sudden you have this Batrider to deal with. I think we may see some musical lanes trying to avoid these potentially bad matchups.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. We're going to learn a lot more about how this game's going to go with this next pick and where everybody's going to move. Wow.
Legion Commander. Okay, so they wanted something for the...
or mid Bloodseeker?
Mid Bloodseeker.
Yeah, it's probably mid Bloodseeker, but that means that... Yeah, no, Leshrac is being played by Lovely, who played the Tinker last game, so maybe mid Leshrac, I guess?
Well, let's see how much this Batrider lane can actually do, because there is a Bane to sleep the Batrider when things get out of control, but 2v2, it's going to be fine for a little while until someone like the Disruptor or Sand King makes a rotation up there, and then it gets real bad.
Yeah.
You can't run from the Disruptor gank.
Nah, Whitemon's going to be able to find it pretty easily. Yeah, the Batrider will come in, the Whitemon Disruptor will find a kinetic field or a glimpse or something, and then that hero will just die, whoever it is, and will get caught. Probably the Bane. You know, Pila had a pretty rough first game. I wouldn't be surprised if he has another rough game here for Aggressive Slayer in game number 2.
Yep. This offlane from Aggressive Slayer is not that bad either. Legion Commander plus the Night Stalker. Both very tanky, durable heroes. Legion pretty decent against Lycan in the lane phase.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not bad.
But you and I mentioned that we're not really sold on Legion Commander, at least in this current meta. In this game, even.
Right. But you can see the reasoning behind the pick, right? There's the Batrider last they want to get rid of. You have somebody to blink duel.
Yep.
Lina hates Blade Mail heroes. Not only because she wants to dump her combo after duels, but blink Blade Mail duel. Lina kills herself because she does so much damage and she has no armor. Axe blink duel. Same, well, Axe Blink Call, same thing.
Yeah, and also another point is to catch the Lycan without having to expend grip or whatever. Like, if you can duel the Lycan, it might even be better depending on who's in the team fight. So, the Legion I don't hate nearly as much in this game as I would have otherwise. They're going to send her bottom for now for Nevermind, so a good idea for Aggressive Slayer to send the Bloodseeker up top to begin with. However, we'll see if Evos matches this movement. First, they're going to try to get vision in the enemy jungle by dropping a ward with Tuku. They'll then look for a potential kill down in the jungle. I don't think they're going to find one. I think Aggressive Slayer are playing pretty well, making sure they're not going to get caught out.
Yep. They want to hide their lanes really badly, and Evos are desperately trying to scout to find these lanes because they want the perfect lane matchups.
Yeah. And we'll see if they will get the vision. I wonder if this ward down bottom is going to show the Legion Commander. If it does, they're immediately going to make the lane rotations and send the Bat Rider top, almost certainly. He hasn't been spotted yet, but he's on the cusp of that ward vision. He's about to get spotted. No, he walks around. Okay. So that's good. They do ping out the Bane. Did he walk under the tower? He might have walked under the tower. I think he walks like right here. Yep, he did. He just did it again.
Yep.
So they're immediately going to send the Bat Rider top. And what are the
check out Whitemon.
Where's he at?
This man's in position for the courier snipe.
I've seen this before. I think that they're going to lose their courier. I just have a sixth sense about these things. It's going to take a little bit. He's not quite at the salve money, but does he have a ward?
I wonder if they'll expect it after next game. He has a ward in the mid lane, so you'll see when the courier
when it comes back. Yeah.
Yep. Or he might just stand in between the trees right here and then just wait for the courier to walk by, and then he can smack it twice.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. Here it comes, Mod. It's coming with the salve.
All right. All you have to do, Whitemon, is just sit here for another 20 seconds, and we'll keep
you know what might happen? Bucksir, he's going to switch lanes. He might actually bump into him.
He might actually. I think they might still lose the courier, though. Watch. They're not going to micro it. Whitemon, he's not going to see it. And Bucksir's not walking through the trees. Yeah. So, yep. He saw the courier. Bucksir's coming back.
Boy.
Oh, my God. They microed it. Godlike. They know the disruptor's missing.
Oh, boy.
That's
Peekaboo.
So godlike. They're not going to send it back either anytime soon. What are these heroes doing for Aggressive Slayer? They've missed like two waves of experience.
Evos are doing the exact same thing. Both cores are just walking back and forth in the river trying to get the right lane matchup, but then once they see them switching, they just run right back.
This is like, we talk about musical lanes. This is actually musical lanes. This is one of the most awkward experiences I've actually ever seen in a Dota game.
None of these cores on the side lanes are laning at all.
Dude,
Bloodseeker's about to hit top lane at 1.5 minutes with 0 experience.
This is a journey. You know, they're going on a spiritual journey. They're trying to find themselves, you know, spiritually in these lanes.
Well, first, to find themselves, they've got to really feel in themselves so they actually know where to go.
Exactly. They need a map. They need some guidance at this point in the game. So
this is every support's dream, right? Bang gets level 2, Sang can get some experience for himself and some gold.
Bottom was free. If Dire didn't have a single hero down here, so even like Whitemon missed out on the experience. Oh my God, he almost got that pull off. That would have been dank. But yeah, so now Bane's level 2. Legion is still level 1, which is awkward because of course she was moving around. Logic's level 2, so they don't actually lose that much for the Lycan, although now he's gonna get enfeebled.
The biggest problem from this lane setup is that look at Bat Rider, 2 minutes, level 1.5. Right, this Night Stalker's gonna be level 3 by the time this bat comes lane, trying to get a single pull off, he gets it off, but you want this bat to be pressuring this lane, but with such a level disadvantage, it's not really possible.
Now. I think they've said Tuku, take farm until we can get the lane back to a decent situation.
Yep, it's gonna take even longer for them to actually pressure this Bloodseeker, and Bloodseeker, I mean, this guy gets damaged from all these lanes. Everyone's just fighting now on the side lanes.
That's another thing you mentioned during one of your streams that I was watching, is that you said that with the laning setup the way that it is with 2-1-2, Thirst is insanely good now.
Yep. All these heroes are constantly harassing each other, especially when you think of all the lanes that are being played now, like Beastmaster, Skywrath, Axe, Skywrath. These guys just try to whittle each other down.
Yeah, it's very true. And they're going to fight top, actually, with Bloodright. They won't miss. Tuku's like half HP. He needs to be a little careful. Although they're going to Firefly. They have 3 stacks. Trouble. Maybe Guardian's the one he's going to get dropped. He does have a salve. They have the Burrow Strike. Yep, he's just dead. That's first blood going the way of Evos. And that's the combination. If you can get even just 3 stacks with Bat Rider and Firefly, then you can easily get kills. And you got to be careful of your positioning for Aggressive Slayer.
Yep, and Disruptor down bottom picked up a double damage, so they're starting to win this lane now. It's just clicking them.
Giving him the auto attack. He's got Thunderstrike back up too. Pila did brain sap to get himself back to decent HP, but Nevermind might die, actually. Thunderstrike, it's going to be close. I think he's going to be fine. Yeah, he'll survive.
Pila's actually dead.
Oops. I missed it. Somehow. I was watching the Legion Commander thinking she would die.
Pila winning for the kill and wasn't able to get, but look at this Bloodseeker. He's speedy.
He's very speedy.
Running down the bat.
Does he even have boots? He does. Okay. And, well, the Thirst will go down in a minute, although the Logic's a little low. They're going to rotate the Bane top, actually. He doesn't have Nightmare, though. They need Void. They need to run this Bloodseeker here, and they're going to. And he's going to Blood Right and probably get the kill that way. Nah, Bane will get it. They should have given it to the Bloodseeker, but it would have been tricky once he got behind the tower.
Yep, mid lane, there's the double stun combo.
LSA coming out, along with Dragon Slave.
The hit
Caustic Finale, Lightning Storm. Lovely Mucha survives. 16 HP. They're going to salve him as well. The Caustic Finale not going to bring him down, but he does have to back up. What a TP from Bucksert. He's going to get the panic
too. Coming out from our Sand player here. This Observer Ward, mid lane, behind the tower.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, well, I was wondering what that was doing there. Now they're looking for the Lina, but they don't want to dive with Bucksert. It's a little too early for that.
Bat Rider TP's in. Okay.
Dude, there's 3 wards like in this mid lane for the Dire now that just don't need to be here. Like, at least this ward here does nothing, by the way. He was definitely panicking.
Yep,
and it's, oh my god, they saw... I think Lovely Mucha knows that it's there.
Yep, the courier just hit it.
Yep.
Or sorry, the courier moved over and the tire hit it.
Lovely Mucha, get in there, buddy. No, Split Earth. Wait, does that break trees?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I want to see him deward that, but it's not very important, so I'm going to get off of it. He actually might not, which is the crazy thing. But yeah, it gives little to no vision. It gives you 1 small vision in the tree patch, which is whatever.
Yep, useless.
So, net worth-wise, Aggressive Slayer have a slight advantage. Of course, because the Leshrac gets that kill mid, so he gets a little bit more net worth. The Bloodseeker getting some form top. Burrow Strike comes in, and now Paya might be in trouble. Pila. No, that's not it. Nightmare comes out.
Pile.
Yeah, Pile, that's it. Yeah. Listen, don't make fun of me, all right? It's a legitimate...
it was a good try.
Yeah, exactly. Damn it. I lost another kill. Did they deward yet? The courier flew over it again?
Come on. He's got to notice by now,
They
right?
pinged it. Somebody pinged it. I don't know who. Was it the Night Stalker? Oh, my. You're missing out on 100 gold. Even if you use a Split Earth for it, it's, I think, probably worth it, considering you have a freaking Arcane Rune. Somebody go deward this. I'm begging you. I know you still have 4 minutes, but come on. Nightmare coming out. Bat Rider might be in trouble. There's the Silence up into the top lane. They have the Burrow Stick. They will hit it. Bloodseeker, his Thirst, he's a little speedy at this point. Avila needs to be careful.
He's picking up the speed.
Yeah, level 4 now. 12 stick charges for the Bloodseeker as well. He could go back in. I'm surprised he's not. Pila is Pile, dead. Dead-A.
Pile.
Very dead. So.
Pile.
There it is. That's it. Okay. That was the worst courier micromanagement I've ever seen in my life. Literally flies directly into the pole plus the Lycan Wolves and Lycan. That's not great. Slim's back. They're going to have the kinetic field, but there's 3 heroes down here. Nevermind, still getting run down by the creeps, and here comes the Sand King as well. With the Legion dead, this is a tricky fight now. The Bane's going to get Burrow struck. They're still chasing after White Mom. They will get the kill, but both of them are probably going to die. Double kill for a Logic. He got body blocked by Tuku. The Bloodseeker dies top as well.
Wowzers.
They're not going to lose 4, but it is 3. Very big fight for Evos. Now it's starting to take control of this game here at the 7.5-minute mark.
Man, Lycan gets so out of control once he finishes the Helm of the Dominator. It comes so early, too, because he always skips the boots.
Yep.
Just so much lane pressure.
You don't need boots, like, ever on this hero, I'm pretty sure. Especially late game. Like, you
can definitely get away without it.
Like, I've seen numerous games in Pro Dota recently where it's just been no boots Lycan.
Yep, and he just gets those items so quickly because he doesn't buy boots.
Okay, he bought boots. So, all right.
Well, you know what? Sometimes they buy boots.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. It's just, I think you should just, honestly... Does he need boots this game? Is there a reason why he needs to get boots this game? I'm trying to think.
Maybe he just wants it for lane, so he can chase down somebody.
Well, I mean, maybe. They're all faster than him anyway with boots, except for like the Night Stalker, but he has phase, so he kind of is. And they're going to come
But you know what,
bottom.
Mont?
It's kill time, baby. Logic is indeed.
It is.
They have a Burrow Strike on it too. Tuku, come on! What are you waiting for? They glimpse back lovely. That's really bad.
The bait.
He gets off the Lightning Storm, but, well, okay, Logic probably shouldn't have walked back into Guardians, but that's fine. Gets a kill anyway. Still is going to fall, but Guardians is going to give his life up for a 2-for-1 trade. More favorable, obviously, to Evos, so they're starting to play pretty well here.
Man, the Sand King has so many levels. And look at his farm, too. He's got 1,000. He's only 1,000 gold away from Blink Dagger.
Oh, my God, he's actually rich.
This is the benefit of the musical lanes, right? Your supports, they thrive in this.
Yeah.
And with a hero like Sand King, who can easily kind of make that transition, he also farms fast, does a lot with farm too.
Yeah.
Fantastic hero for that.
Sand King, if he gets an early Blink Dagger, just feels like, I don't want to say a completely broken hero, but he feels completely different from how he normally is, where he just, if you get Blink Dagger early on this hero, you just feel absolutely unstoppable in certain circumstances, if you use it correctly. You know what I mean?
Yep, the game changes, right? You just can't fight. They can just blink initiate on you every time.
You know, at this point of the game, you're not really relying on that big 3-man epicenter, you know, Burrow Strike combination. You're really just looking for a single stun with a Blink Dagger, and they have that. Guardians attempted a TP. They should have a glimpse. They do. He's dead. It was a good attempt, but once the Disruptor's there, there's pretty much absolutely no way you can get out of that situation. So, good effort, though.
Yep. I think Aggressive Slayer had no business trying to defend that tower when it's solo up top. Here's the sleep.
Rupture. They need something to go here. They get the Split Earth off, and now Avil in trouble. Good LSA. They find the Leshrac, but they're gonna run everybody down. The Pulse Nova comes out. Facehawk realizes he needs to get away from Bucksterd, who's moving very quickly with Thirst. Now the Thirst stacks are gone. They're about to come back though for a moment at the very least. Double kill for Lovely Mucha. Now rotating on this Leshrac. They might get all three. The Laguna Blade does get the kill, but he's gonna die for this almost certainly. And that's Bucksterd securing the third kill in this top lane fight. An Aggressive Slayer striking right back. The Bloodseeker, he realizes what item he needs to go Brax. It's the ratings coming out pretty soon.
Wow, not even stopping for the Blade Mill. Well, that could change, but Blade Mill makes a lot of sense this game. But I like it, man.
It's also just good stats to have. Armor, extra armor, some mana to work with. But
yep, no Aquila either.
Oh, that is very surprising.
Yep. Usually when you're an agility hero, you're super happy to buy an Aquila.
Aquila is just like one of the most efficient and best agility items for agility heroes in the game. Like even with a Bloodseeker who doesn't use that much mana and he already has really good armor, like 11 armor at this point in the game, you still want this item.
Intelligence heroes buy this item.
Yeah, it's true. We've seen a lot of Intel heroes buy Invoker. Meanwhile, mid-lane, they're going to find Nevermind. LSA comes out, although he might be alive. All right, they got off the Split Earth. They're going to get 2 kills for this. It's fine if he dies. They glimpse back 1, but Lovely Mucha is now unstoppable. He is starting to ball out of control, which is what Leshrac loves to do. He's going to pop the Static Storm. Lovely Mucha needs to be careful. He only has 2 stick charges. He's looking for the Split Earth. He's going to find it. He needs this kill. He's going to get the triple, but can he survive? He's trying to de-aggro the tower, and he does so perfectly. Lovely Mucha. Not only that, but they secure yet another kill in the top lane on Avil as the Batrider gets dropped down. An Aggressive Slayer, they're fighting back in this series, Brax.
Lovely Mucha. What does his name mean?
Well, Mucha means a lot in Spanish, I think.
Yes, but is this Spanish?
Probably not. Maybe he really just wants to... Maybe he had a different name and then he just decided he was going to add Mucha in there or something. I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I'm just going to call him Lovely from now on because it's easier. Nightmare, Bloodright coming in. And Sand King is going to get run down. And with Thirst, he can't really do anything. Kinetic Fuel will come out. That might keep him alive. They're going to turn. And if he gets this kill, he will get the regen. He's going to need to get it. He does, but he doesn't have his Blood Rage up, and he's in trouble. He's going to get glimpsed back. The Bloodright will go, but he's dead, almost certainly. The Firefly and the Lasso from Avil securing that 1 kill and getting him a lot of gold in the process. So wait, does the Blood Rage only work? Do you only get the HP back when you have the Blood Rage on you, I'm assuming? Like, it's not a passive?
Yep, it's not a passive. He didn't have it activated. It ran out before he got the kill.
Yeah.
And, you know, they could have Blood Raged the Sand King so that Bane got the bonus damage from the Brain Sap as well. It's 300 damage. That could have been amped up as well, but it wasn't. And because of that, Sand King got a stun off.
Yeah, it shouldn't have happened. It's not the end of the world, him dying, but if you're trying to get to a Radiance, it does kind of hurt you. The Leshrac, in the meantime, is still having an amazing game. Meanwhile, Lycan used his ulti trying to chase down the Liege Commander. They're all TPing back in. They're going to have Void. They don't want to use it because they don't want him to TP, which is very smart for Guardians. He's holding on to it at this point. He will use it finally. A Logic, if he was smart, would probably TP here, but he realizes he's dead. It looks like the Rupture will come out. He still hasn't TP'd yet. Not that it matters. He's dead one way or the other. He's going to die to the duel, and then Bucksturt gets the kill as well. Very big pickup coming in. And now, They're looking
Lena's
for
coming
more.
in.
There's the Static Storm. Bucksert in trouble, and he's going to fall, and now they're going to get 2 out of this. Very good rotation. Laguna Blade, Facehugger gets the double kill. Boom, baby. He's back in it. And maybe they find the Batrider. Pila! Pila! No! Oh. So close. Anyway. Whew. What a game. 15-14. Screw Tinker games. This game is where it's at. Let me tell you, Brax.
My goodness, indeed.
What a battle.
It's a super battle, right? Very chaotic, but Bloodseeker, this hero thrives in the chaos. Shrek too, and he has 8 kills already, top of the net worth. He's going to be super farm this game. He might actually be able to tank through all the Lycan summons. And he's got tons of AoE damage to clear through it all.
Yeah. What do you think about Shrek getting a ghost after this game against all the Lycan stuff? Can you diffuse it? Can you purge it off?
Yeah, you can with the Necro units. It is good, especially if he has to use the purge for something else, like maybe a Yule's. But at that point, probably just going to get a BKB, and then you can stun on top of yourself if you really need to.
Yeah, true. They found a logic. They need a grip. They should be able to find it. Good net. There's the grip coming out. They've got Pulse Nova. They're going to get a Split Earth. Good glimpse. They need the stun. They're going to find it. It should be enough damage. It is going to be. Epicenter Burrow Strike. There's the combination. Mooch is dead, but only for a second. But that's all of his Bloodstone charges down. They lose 3 heroes. What a turn coming in from Evos Esports. Lycan will take that trade any day of the week, baby.
Oh, Jiminy Cricket, that's not what you want to happen on your super farmable Shrek, right? Yeah. He comes back instantly with his Bloodstone charges, but you're hoping to use those charges for like a team fight where he can come back for round 2.
Yeah. He is at 10, so he only needs a few more kills to get back to that point. But, yeah, you definitely don't want that situation. And that's the... I don't think that... The Tuku's had the blink for a while, I think, so that's not the blink reveal, but that's a very big fight for him. It's going to get a lot of gold. Meanwhile, Nevermind still doesn't have his own blink. This is a support tanking with a blink before the Leech Commander, and it's not like she has any other item, you know what I mean? So...
Yep. I mean, that's the struggle with this hero, right? That long period before you get from phase wand or whatever it is to blink dagger, it takes a long time.
I mean, even this Batrider is getting close to blink, and he already has Tranquil as well as Drum, so...
Yep.
He's got a bit of extra farm ahead of the Leech
like
Commander.
an old man.
Here we go. They're going to take a fight, and the Sand King's in trouble. For the rest of the backup is coming in. Lovely Mucha cannot afford to die, but he's going to. And here comes the rest of the Dire team, and that means all 3 of these heroes are going to fall. Double kill for a Logic. He's about to get a triple. Instead, it's Facehugger that gets a dominating spree. So Aggressive Slayer, whatever advantage they had a few minutes ago, is now gone and back in favor of Evos. They're just taking way better fights right now than Aggressive Slayer are.
This game just got so awkward, right? Bloodseeker, look at his gold, sitting on full relic money, and they're trying to fight without their strongest hero, right? I mean, Leshrac is strong, but he can't actually fight through these Lycan summons. The pace of the game just got so weird.
He's only got level 1 Rupture, too.
He's just walking it off, no big deal.
Yeah, he's fine, actually. They're looking for Whitemon. They Lightning Storm him. They give the Blood Rage to Lovely Mucha, who is down to 7 Bloodstone charges, which is a big issue. Honestly, they tried fighting without Legion Blink Duel. They tried fighting without Radiance. It's not a good idea, and they just... You know, they're looking for these pickoffs, but everybody from Evos responds so freaking quickly that every fight they take, they're getting a lot more out of it than what Aggressive Slayer are getting, so...
Yep, and here comes the smoke from Aggressive Slayer. So their early game was super good, right? They got a whole bunch of kills. Leshrac was like 3,000 net worth above the next highest enemy. But they had to dial it back a bit, right? Bloodseeker, he's waiting to get his big item. Like, he's still sitting on 4,000.
I don't know why he's involved in the smoke, to be honest. They're going to find a Burrow, potentially. Okay, he's fine. A good Static Storm onto Lovely Mucha, but here comes Nevermind looking for a Blink Tool. Couldn't find it.
And they just walk it off.
Yeah, just back up. Static Storm was used for Evos. They're going to try to turn, though. They have Necro coming out. Is that Necro 3? It is.
It is.
Guardians looks to be dead. Burrow Strike coming in. I don't think you take this fight if you're Aggressive Slayer. They need to run. Kinetic Field comes out. There's the glimpse. They're going to shapeshift. You need to lead. They've already killed Pia on the back lines. They're going to find more than likely. Buckstar does buy his relic, but he might get purged here in a moment, and he's out of mana already. Kinetic Field hits. He almost certainly is dead. Kind of. They're going to lose everybody. All 5 of them are probably going to die here unless they can get out right now. Guardians is going to get dropped by the Facehugger. Double kill with the LSA coming in. They're looking for Lovely Mucha. I think they dive this, to be honest. They have Blink back up and 4 for the Sand King. They're still trying to find him.
Paying him.
Avil is going to try to get the vision. He's close. Sand King, Blink, Burrow Strike. They found him. Very big kill if they can find it. They still have Lasso. They're going to use it. The glimpse comes out. Not the best timing. They're going to try to turn. Here we go. The duel comes out. They're going to find this Batrider. but they're going to take a lot of damage in the process. Fiend's Grip comes out. The Pulse Over from Lovely Mucha. The stick charge. They're turning it around.
Oh, no.
They dive too deep, and that Clips is going to cost them a lot more than they would have thought it was going to do. And now Peel almost finds the 4th target. Facehugger was already away from the fight. They don't even get the Leshrac. What a turnaround there from Aggressive Slayer, and a bit of a throw coming in from Evos at that point.
Disaster, Mont. Communication 101. I'm glimpsing, I'm lassoing. Done. Simple as that.
It's pretty simple, to be fair. You're right.
Sometimes you get so hyped up in what's going on, right? You lose control of yourself, your thoughts, and all of a sudden Legion Commander almost has a blade mill.
Yeah, it's huge. She needed to catch back up, and now she's ahead of the Bat Rider. The big issue right now and where the net worth lead is coming from for Evos is this Bloodseeker. Don't get me wrong, when he gets Radiance, he's going to farm really quickly. You know, with Blood Rage and Radiance, people or creeps die quick. But until then, you know, I think they need to be careful with how they approach these next fights. I think they need to make sure they don't have Buxer in all of these engagements, because that's what they've been doing a lot this game. They've been either fighting with the Bloodseeker or without him. I don't know. It's an issue.
It is, but he is going to come online pretty soon, right? Radiance, it's going to help a lot, but Radiance, can he survive in these fights? I don't know.
Probably
no Blade
not.
Mail.
He needs like Blade Mail BKB, in all honesty, or something else.
The health talent for Bloodseeker's at 15 now instead of level 10. Once he gets that, it'll be a bit more difficult to take down.
They're going to kill him. I think he needs to back. They have no idea where the rest of the team is. Instead, they're going to lasso him, and Epicenter coming in on the other side. They're going to get both cores. Yules will keep it with Leshrac. He does have Haste Rune. Oh my god, he's actually getting it out. That's insane. Pila, are they going to turn this around? Full grip on Delina. They need to silence. Don't silence the Sand Kick. I think. Nope. Never mind. It's fine. They get the Split Earth off. I got really concerned there for a moment, but glimpse back on a Lovely Mucha, so that's a lot of the damage negated from Tuku. They did end up getting the Bloodseeker, by the way, which is really bad for him, but they still find Facehugger at least, so there's that.
Up top, Legion looking for the duel, but Lycan backs off. Elo's Legion is not at that fight bottom lane.
Blade Mail is close to being done. They have found Whitemon, Lovely Mucha. He's back, baby. He's up, I think, to 12 Bloodstone charges. Yeah, so, I mean, he's back on top by 2k all of a sudden on this hero. And he has a Yules. His BKB is almost done. Man, what a game. Back and forth we go, Brax.
Yep, Bloodseeker got soloed by the Bat Rider in this team fight when he was so close to his Radiance.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
It feels like it's coming back to bite him, you know. He would have been more involved in these fights if he would have gone for some sort of early fighting item. Yep. But, you know, it's a choice they've made. It should pay off somewhat once he gets it, if he doesn't die in these fights.
That's the issue, is him not dying. They need to get they need to get his jungle safe. They just need to find a safe place for him to farm. And right now, they're maybe going to find a logic. He doesn't have Shapeshift. They have Blink Blade Mail Duel. They could try for a lasso. Are they not going to go for this?
Nope, they don't know who's behind him. He's so tanky.
It's probably a good call because they all TP'd in. But they need to leave. Guardians is probably dead. Buxer, why are you up here, dude? Why? Don't turn. You're not going to win the fight. Nightmare save comes for now. Guardian's dead anyway. They get off the lasso yet again. But he did rupture the Bat Rider, so he has to stay still. Buxer's dead again. And he's fighting in a situation he probably shouldn't fight in. They're going to lose 3. They're certainly going to lose this fight. They might lose a little bit more if they're not careful.
Well, this Radiance feels like it's never going to come.
I just don't know why he's fighting before he gets the Radiance. I don't understand what the thought process is there. That's actually kind of tilting.
It looked like they didn't want to take the fight, and then
just leave Guardians to die. Like, that's all you have to do. It's a Night Stalker. Who gives a shit?
It's the Save Your Buddy syndrome.
I mean, at this level, you should realize, hey, listen, they're all here. We don't have Radiance yet. There's no reason for us to fight. Yes, they use Static Storm. We got the Rupture off on the Bat Rider, but it doesn't matter. Don't take that engagement. Anyway, they'll head into Roche for Evos and almost certainly be able to grab it. They do it very quickly between these heroes. They do scan it, but by the time they get there, it's going to be tricky. They do have BKB on the Leshrac if they can get there in time, but I don't think they can. Unless this Legion jumps in. I don't think she's going to.
Is Legion going to go for the blind steal?
I hope so. Do it. They missed the burrow. Go for it, Legion. Nah, too late. Gonna try anyway. Oh, she blinked over the enemy team. Little too much there.
Very aggressive.
Yep. They're gonna try to chase.
From Aggressive Slayer.
They're looking for a fight, and this is very aggressive from Aggressive Slayer indeed. And now they're gonna lose this fight. They don't have the Bloodseeker. Leshrac is running there, but at this point, this is a really tricky fight to take. Epicenter's gonna go. They're gonna lose one of these heroes at least. Lovely Mucha pops BKB, and immediately is taking a lot of damage from the minions, although he has cleared him out. Meanwhile, Nevermind's finally going to get chased down. They need to back. That was a 10-second BKB that does literally nothing, and now he is going to get glimpsed back. and die more than likely. So they're just fighting with reckless abandon for aggressive Slayer at this point.
Yep, I got good news though, Mott.
He's got Radiance.
Radiance.
Man, that would have been a great item like 5 minutes ago, maybe even more.
I feel like this Radiance is going to give them false hope into trying to fight.
Yes.
And he still won't be able to fight.
I mean, given how much they've already been fighting, I would probably absolutely agree with you. And he might die anyway. Rupture does hit Tuku. Maybe he gets a kill. Maybe Tuku just runs himself into his death. No, Bucksurp, this is not worth it, buddy.
Here's the glimpse.
Glimpse back. Silence. Oh, he might live. They actually killed the Sand King. Wow, he did it. They did lose their tier 3. They've got the full grip. That's a BKB on Lycan if they can get it off. But there's the duel! Finally, a fight going well for this Radiant team after throwing their bodies away to the enemy team for the last, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes. And they'll get 2 quick kills, 2 big kills. But again, they did lose their tier 2 and tier 3 tower in the process, plus Roshan, which is the real brutal aspect of this.
It was all the Radiant spot. And Bloodseeker gets the 75 blood right damage instead of HP.
I'm assuming you don't agree with this?
No, I think he needs the HP, but who knows? Maybe that'll make a difference.
I definitely don't think they need damage. I think the issue they're having in these team fights is getting the right team fight initiation and locking heroes down. And really just staying alive in general, I think, is another big thing. So I agree with you completely. I think it's a bad idea. Maybe he misclicked it or something. Probably not.
Well, it's still good, right? Blood right, pure damage, you can amp it up, does a ton of damage, so whatever.
White Mon is going to get run down. Buckster literally walks into him. He took a little extra second to try to...
Yep, he got caught picking his nose, Mott.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Glimpse back onto him. They're going to lasso him, and he's dead. And now you need it back if you're Aggressive Slayer. Now he needs BKB. Now we're going to be waiting and saying, okay, now he's 5,000 gold, or like now he's 5 minutes away from his BKB. Now he's 2 minutes away. And every fight they take, I'm going to say he still needs his BKB. It's going to be the same thing with the Radiance. Meanwhile, they're going to get caught and taking a fight. Lovely Mucha has popped his BKB. They secure the Sand King kill. Can they get anything else? They're looking for a duel, but look at how fast he is. Never mind, couldn't get there. They don't have detection. Lincoln Sphere, oh no.
Lycan's coming in from the back, Mott.
They might still be able to get this kill. She's actually so fast. Good Static Storm. What a fight this will be now. LSA coming in. She still might die, but she's going to get everybody else and bring them with her. That's just the Aegis, by the way. Lovely Mucha will Yules himself. They're going to try to get a Veal, but I think he's going to be fine. Another Yules coming out. And he's doing a lot of damage, but not nearly enough to win the fight.
And
it's going to be all 5 dead. Laguna Blade does hit Facehugger as he reflects it back, but at least he gets a kill on his way out. Gets the
755 gold bounty from the Bat Rider.
That's nice.
Wowzers.
Yeah. He gets a lot of gold for that. He does buy back and immediately wastes that money. Well, I wouldn't say waste, but...
uses.
Yes, that's probably more accurate. Interesting Rupture onto White Mon. He literally just stands there, and now Buckstart is dead. Okay.
All right.
I feel like that's probably rule number 1 of defending high ground is don't be past this line when you only have 2 heroes alive. In my honest
How about don't die back?
Yep, that also pretty imperative. Although she might survive. She's going to teach you a thing or two.
Nice, nice.
She gotcha.
I like being taught.
Me too, man. I'm learning a lot this game.
Like what?
Don't run at the enemy team before you have Radiance.
That's a good one.
Yeah, especially when you're like 300 gold away from the Radiance.
It's so sad to die when you're like 300 gold off a Radiance, you know, or when you're smoking up and you're sitting on 4,000 gold. It just feels awful.
He literally died twice as like he had his Radiance coming instead of just sitting back and farming it and getting that item and having it a couple minutes earlier and being more impactful in these fights. He's instead dies twice in a row, and that snowballing hero that Bloodseeker is no longer in this game essentially.
Yep, he had a fantastic early game, then he just hit a wall mid-game.
Yeah, that's exactly how I would put it. And Evos are playing lights out at this point. I mean, they've made a few mistakes here or there, but for the most part, they're doing a good job. They've got a full grip, but it's going to be canceled onto Facehugger immediately. Static Storm comes out onto 2. They're all dead. Laguna gets Facehugger a double kill. They've got the duel coming out, which is not going to go well for this Legion Commander. I think that might be the game, especially because they're glimpsing back to Leshrac. He didn't BKB it. I'm not sure why.
He wants the battle, Mott.
I guess so. Good game is called, and I'm not surprised. Not the best performance for Aggressive Slayer, but fret not. They still have their they're still in the playoffs as of right now. Unfortunately. Wait, that's weird. The game ended and the game paused. That was awkward.
Yep, the guy left as soon as it ended.
Can we
Right before
unpause?
it ended.
Hello? Guys, we need to finish the game. I want to see the stats. Oh my god, I hate this so much.
I can't unpause.
Yeah, we don't have the privileges. That's tilting. Can you please don't do this?
Oh no.
I'm making a post about this in Discord. That's not great.
Oh, Bane reconnected. Maybe you can unpause. Should I ask him?
Yes. I'll ask him.
There we go. Thank God.
I just want to see the stats. It's that. Yeah. Okay. Just. Whew. Got a little upset there. Got a little heated. Sorry about that.
You're just a passionate man, what?
I really am. You know, there's I get a lot of comfort in seeing the end game stat screen, and I just get to see the numbers and say, okay, who did well this game? Obviously, I know all that stuff already, but Aggressive Slayer, you know, I think I was a little too hard on them because the game doesn't really matter, and I think there were some mistakes made, but I think in a series like this, there's nothing at stake, so it's not that big of a deal. But there was just some things that I think they needed to work on in that game, to be honest.
Yep, they should have tried to keep the tempo up they had in the early game. But they lost all the momentum when Bloodseeker decided to go for this Radiance instead of just the smaller build-up items to continue that snowball going. And then they kept trying to fight. You know, it's like when you're sitting there waiting for Radiance, you can't just keep charging into the enemy team and fighting, especially when you're playing against Disruptor or Batrider, right? These guys are going to catch you every time. Sand King, too.
I see where he's coming from, though, right? Because you're talking about how Bloodseeker's such a snowbally hero. It almost feels like you need to fight with the hero sometimes. I mean, we see it clearly that he needs Radiance and that they're not going to ever really be able to take a good fight because they don't have the blink on the Legion Commander either. But
yep. It's not entirely on him, though. You know, like his decision to go for Radiance, that means his team they need to chill out a bit, you know, relax, play the split push game, wait till he gets his item instead of just trying to keep on fighting head on.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. It wasn't a bad draft. I think the Legion pick could have been a different hero and it would have functioned even better, like an Axe or something along those lines, especially against like Lycan minions and stuff like that.
Yep, Axe very good against Lycan.
Overall, really well played from Evos. A couple of sketchy spots of the game. It was back and forth for about the first 20 minutes of the game, and then they started taking control of it and getting back into it, and they were able to claim the victory, claim the 2-0. Whitemon, very good disruptor play, just in general, good stuff all around from Evos. Any closing thoughts, Brax, before we head out of here for a few days?
No, I'm just glad to see Bloodseeker. I mean, he looks strong in the early parts of the game when he snowballs, right? That's what he does. And at one point, Leshrac was 8-0 and the net worth leader by like 3,000 gold. They had a fantastic early game.
Yeah, I mean, he
just
crushed
fell
it.
apart.
You know, the Leshrac crushed it, but he was the one that was frontlining a lot of that damage early on into the game because the Legion couldn't blink in and the Night Stalker wasn't really doing the best to tank a lot of the damage. So the Leshrac would just run in and die to the epicenter combinations from the Sand King. I'm excited to see more Bloodseeker in Pro Dota. I think it'll probably be banned a little bit. I don't know. Do you think it's a bannable hero? Like, should it be banned?
In some games, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay. So, we'll see. I want to see if they pick it up in the Super Major in the next few days with the Grand Finals looming around the corner. Could be a pretty critical hero. Could be a key hero that some of the teams try to grab. But we'll see. We do have, speaking of the Super Major, we have a few days off, so we'll be able to actually watch that. Brax and I will probably check out a few games, and we're not going to cast anything, obviously, but we're going to be able to at least watch what's going on in the Super Major instead of casting this because we will have a few days off. The group stages aren't done yet. There's also tiebreakers on the 11th, which I may consider covering. Otherwise, we do have a few days off here, and we'll be back on the 12th for the playoffs. But we'll keep you updated. If you want more information about when I'm going to be casting again, make sure you check out my Twitter at MontDota. That's where I'll be announcing whenever I cast, essentially, for this particular tournament. But we've got a long way to go in this tournament. Obviously, congratulations to both Execration and one of either Boom ID or Clutch Gamers. One of those teams will make it to the LAN final, but of course, Execration makes it through today. They're going to be there at Thailand on July 7th, July 8th, which is very exciting, which we either may be there or casting from online for the LAN final. But of course, we have to get through all of the playoffs, which is still the rest of June. But we will have a very long break after our first playoff day because, of course, everybody that is a big caster will be moving over to the TI Hub, and we'll be casting a couple of games there. I'll be doing NA. I think Brax is going to be doing SA, so you can check us out at the TI Hub, which will be very exciting. I'll be reunited with Grant, and I'll be casting with probably Kyle for the first time, I think, which should be very interesting. Big fan of him, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully we can get some Braxton Mott casts and Mott Pax casts and all that stuff. But obviously, I don't know. I don't really have any other info about it right now, except for the fact that I know that I am going. So with that said and all out of the way, which was a lot to be fair, that'll do it for us today. Hope your pubs go well. There's a lot of MMR to be gained in the calibration games that you're playing. I'm currently 2-0 in my calibration games. Of course, I am only playing party because I hate playing solo because it's miserable. So still a long way for a lot of us to go. Happy hunting. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Bye.